Hello everyone. When we see a person that's facing with blood or issues with respiration systems, now you can see the problem. You know the person needs support. And you are there to support him or her. But when we are talking about the mental health, well, it's not easy. We can see the physical, but for our mental, it's kind of energy. We cannot see it. And sometimes it's a bit difficult, it's tough about mental health. Why? Because we do not know when the crisis of the mental happened in the past and how the person has been dealt with. Also, there are other reasons, a stigma behind it. In some cultures, the person do not tell the stories, what happened in the past, and usually do not talk and keep those secrets for a long time. It's not easy to manage such these scenarios. I would like to ask you, how many of you in the past complete the normal first aid and the CPR? Few? Then you are aware that the first aid, the idea is you support the person as much as you can, provide some really essential medical treatment until the person who is expert come and continue, right? You are there to preserve the life of the person and remove the barriers and calm down the situation, prevent the deterioration, right? This is the plan for first aid, the simple. But what about the mental first aid, basic first aid, basic one? Well, this is really the similar one. This is, you are there, provide support until the person who is expert arrive. And the idea is not to tell you, to teach you to be a therapist. Why mental health? Why is it important? Well, mental health buffers us, is like a guards in stressful situations, in hardships that are part of our life and can help reduce the risk of developing mental problems or disorders in the future. Based on this documents that published May 2019, told us that in Canada we have problems of the mental health. The mental health is common, which cause 1 out of 5 people have suffered from various kind of mental health disorders. And 2 common are the depression and anxiety. Any issue over there?
No, I'm just waiting for you to keep going on.
Okay, thank you. Now we go over 2 scenarios. The first one, and learn how the mental crisis can be. Well, Dave, you are like your father. Isham, you are just like mother. Means you are thinking, reacting, just your mother. You like him. Is it correct? No, it's wrong. I spent a lot of time to think, to work with myself, to get rid of those thoughts and eradicate all of them. It took a lot of time. This is not correct. You are just yourself. You are an individual that have the potential to be just yourself. You are like a fingerprint that unites you among others. And those thoughts that I spend a lot to keep for a long time and thought was like accusing. And we know that accusing people is like a crime and a sin that sometimes be common in some peoples. Now I would like to ask to have 2 volunteers to go to the next scenario. Over there we have another scenario that 2 people are communicating, and in the meantime something happened that caused an issue. We will elaborate on that soon.
Sure.
Hi Sam, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, and you?
Awesome. Sam, do you have a minute?
Sure, what's up?
Could you help me finish the event checklist for Friday? I'm running out of time.
Of course. Just send me what you've got so far, and I'll take care of the rest.
Really? That would be amazing. I was worried I would have to stay late again.
No worries at all. We're a team, right? Let's get it done together.
Is it possible to switch?
Yep.
Thank you.
Hey Sam, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, and you?
Awesome. Sam, do you have a minute?
Sure, what's up?
Could you help me finish the event checklist for Friday? I'm running out of time.
Of course. Just send me what you have got so far, and I will take care of the rest.
Really? That'd be amazing. I was worried I'd have to stay late again.
No worries at all. We are a team, right? Let's get it done together.
Well, I would like to ask you first, talk about your experience, what you observed, experience, and share with others as well. Please.
It was very distracting to try to do a conversation, and very like negative what you were saying in my ear.
Negative influence, you can say.
Hmm?
Something influence, I mean, somebody trying to influence
Yes.
with negative comments.
Yes.
And you as well. What
Yeah,
was your experience?
It was indeed distracting,
Uh-huh.
but I knew that this kind of things going to happen, so I was prepared kind of.
Mhm.
But in real life, it's absolutely no. Right? I cannot continue with the conversation.
And can I ask, at least to you, you experienced in the past such a this scenario, someone is talking to you and then something is talking to you and in discourage you in your talk or in your life. Yes, you experience,
Every
right?
day.
Okay. And what about the rest? Have you had the same experience in the past? Okay, this is really can be a common. This is part of the building mental crisis. And I was there as a Satan, as in some religion talking about devil. I was there. I discouraged the person and demotivate not to respond positively. And when the mental crisis happened, this is the same. Always someone or something, you cannot see it, telling you, no, you cannot. Do not trust. And this is a situation we may experience, but some of the people stay for a long time and develop mental crisis. They cannot do anything. They are really normal people, but you cannot see the mental of the people. Well, I have a slide over there based on what we had from the mental health first aid. There is one technique, ALGE, is coming from A, which is assess. All the time we need to assess the risk of the suicide or the harm. Yeah, suicide is really normal. It can happen. All the time check how the person is doing. Second one, L, listen non-judgmentally. Really, as I told you, you cannot see what's happening on the thought of the person. You are there, just be there to listen. And there is no judgment there. Give, G, give reassurance and information as much as you can, and share your knowledge with the person. E, encourage the person to get appropriate professional help. You cannot be there for a long time. Then please direct the person to the right direction. There are lots of resources here. You can direct the people. Last one, E, encourage other supporters. I'm here. This is the reason. I had this in 2 days workshop at Algonquin College and complete this workshop in 2023 November. And then I decided to learn and share with others. Well, when the mental crisis happened, this is the brain of the human. We know the human brain is much larger, but this has been shrink. But this is really a brain of a human, but in a smaller size. Well, every part of our brain doing something specific. One side is related to our talking, one side is related to what we are hearing, one side is related to our memory, and one side is considering our emotions. And unfortunately, when mental crisis happen, the emotions swamped all of the brain, and the brain cannot function properly. This is physical, but we cannot see the mental. That is like a software on the hardware, right? And this brain doesn't work properly. If you have seen the people in the future, they are struggling, believe me, the brain is not properly work there, right? Again, at the end, I would encourage you to embrace yourself, to hug yourself. This is the moment that if you are just alone, you are just one, you are individual, that is okay, but you are yourself, just one. And this is the place, and this is the moment that you can celebrate your individuality, your uniqueness. That is the moment the door can be opened for self-awareness, growth, and also for professional and personal development. Thank you so much.